discussed the dimensions, and today there is a PPT is there, right? Dimensions PPT. So let me correct that one. So yesterday we have seen the some number of the dimensions. What are the dimensions are available? Like the account category, entity flow, intercompany, scope, audit trail. All these are all we have observed, we have discussed. So this user, let me connect this. So go to the administration. In the administration, we are creating the some of the dimensions, right? So yesterday we tried to connect, we tried to create the B underscore entity is the dimension. So we have just entered some transactions, some members. We have added some members here. Say for example, if I'm going to create a one user defined dimension, so I'm creating the user defined dimension called the product or like project. Product already is there, I think. Product already there. We can create, okay, project. I'm creating project. What is the project? So this is the dimension. So whether it will be done, it will become in which category. So which type we need to fall in. The project is the dimension. Whether it is and belongs to the A, C, D, E, G, I, or which one? Can we take user defined, right? Because this project is not belongs to the account. This project is not belongs to the category. So if I create as the U, taking the U means user defined dimension. Once I create this, it is going to create one info object, project info object at the backend BW system. So what are all this one? Okay, what is this scaling? Okay, what is the scaling? Scaling is the property. Here see, this is the properties. This is system defined property scaling. So what do you mean by scaling? What do you mean by the scaling? See, if you click on the project, it is giving the ID description and scaling. The scaling itself, I'll tell you what is the scaling, what are the uses of the scaling property. When we are discussing about the properties. Let me add members, like here 100, like I'm giving the AP, Andhra Pradesh. Okay. This is just one member. I am giving one member. Okay, uh, and adding one more member. I am adding the 3-4 members here. Like 200 is the Karnataka. Member 300 is Telangana. 400 Maharashtra. Okay, Maharashtra. So what is these are all? These are all members, dimension members in the project. Project is the dimension. Under this, I am adding the members. So click the save and process. No, click the save and process and no. So what it is happening exactly at the back end? It is creating a project and it was added as the member. So if I keeping Y here against of the scaling property Y, So what will be happen if I am keeping the y here against the Telangana, Maharashtra, okay, Andhra Pradesh? What it is exactly going to happen? So scaling is the property it is uses in the reporting. When we do the reporting, we will call these members and will show these values into the, whether we need to show into millions, other I need to show into the thousands. Okay, so it will scale up these values, scale up the values. If you look at the balance sheet which is published, that will be balance sheet always, it will give some 2 millions, 3 millions, or the values we are showing in the thousands, values we are showing in the millions, will write in the top of the column, right? So for that purpose we can bring the we can bring this account for the reporting purpose. The scaling is the property is uses to reporting purpose. Reporting the values, whether I want to show in the thousands, millions, or 10 millions, like that. We can bring these values, we can bring these members to the report. So this one, okay, back, go to the project. So what I did here, let me go to the presentation, second one, third one, yeah, here. So if I want to create a hierarchy here, I want to create the dimension hierarchy. How should I create the hierarchy? How should I create the hierarchy? So for example, creation of project hierarchy. So what will be happen if I create the hierarchy here? How can I create the hierarchy? So what is the way? Is there any process to create the hierarchy for the dimension members? So this is an ID, ID, and ID description, and this is H1. H1 means hierarchy. Okay, hierarchy. I'll define the members here, like what I was defined here in the here in the project dimension. I defined 100, 200, 300, right? So let me copy this. Okay, paste. Okay, Karnataka is a 200. Karnataka is a 200. Let me remove all this. 100, 200, and 300. So first one is the Andhra Pradesh. Next one is the Karnataka. Next one is Telangana. Fourth one is the Maharashtra. So here I need to make into the hierarchy. So Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Telangana, I want to bring it into the south. So I want to make it into the south. And another one is the Maharashtra. I want to keep against the west. I want to make a hierarchy here. How should I need to make a hierarchy here? So this is the point what I need to explain you. So if you want to make an hierarchy, so if you are selecting the parent member is the south, this is my parent member. Under the south I need to display the Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Telangana. Under the under the west I need to show the Maharashtra. So for that, how do I need to create a hierarchy in the dimension member, in the project dimension? So how can I create? So take an ID. First of all, we have to create a parent members here. This is the nodes. South is the one node and west is the one node. So what is the ID here? 500 is the ID for the south. Take this 500. Okay, keep the against the under the hierarchy we have a property. H1 is the property. Under the against Andhra Pradesh, we need to paste here 500 the ID, and the Karnataka against of the Karnataka 500 ID I need to paste against the Karnataka, and Telangana 500. Okay, for Maharashtra, what I need to paste here, what I need to take here, 500 or 600, 600, 600. So you can maintain the hierarchy like this. So let us go to the system. Go to the system. So here you are seeing any hierarchy here? No, there is no hierarchy. So how do I bring the hierarchy property here? How do I bring the hierarchy property? Go to the structure of the dimension project. Here click on the add hierarchy. You are seeing the properties, right? The property hierarchy is the one which will belongs to the property. If you keep here h1, this is the hierarchy 1, right? Hierarchy 1, save. Till now we have the ID, description and scaling, and the hierarchy also is additionally added to the your dimension structure. So go back. If you go to the project here, so what is there? Hierarchy. We got the hierarchy here, right? So we can get this one hierarchy property beside the description also. We can change this one. So we can type here now. Now there is no hierarchy. If you click on the hierarchy, there is no hierarchy. These are all the flat members. Okay, these are all the non-calculated members. Non-calculated members. So before creating the hierarchy, I need to explain you one small concept, that is, okay, this one, right? Properties we need to explain you. So I'll explain the properties here. What is the properties? What are the properties? Properties are nothing but it is like a filters. Where do we find the properties? Properties we find, where do you find properties? We find in the dimension. When you create the dimension, it will give the properties. By default, the properties will give. So it will use us as the to filter the data, for filtering the data in the reporting, and we can call the properties in the reporting and where we can call in script logic properties. We can call in the reporting as well as the script logic. Okay, so what are the uses of these properties? The uses means to filtering. You filter the data in Excel. We'll use the filter, right? By using the filter, we'll find out the type of the classification of the data. We'll find out the classification of the data very easily. We can find like that in the BPC. We can get the data, filtering data in the reporting as well as the script logic. So there are the three types of the properties are there. So what are they? Properties are three types. One is the system defined property, another is the hidden property, another is the user defined property. This is system defined property. System generated properties. What is the system generated properties? Can anybody can tell? We already discussed about the system generated properties. So what are and all? Once we created the dimension, we will get the system generated properties. What are all? ID, the dimension. Once we create the dimension, we will get the ID, description, and scaling. Scaling is the property. Scaling. These are all the system defined properties. These are all system defined properties. When you create the dimension, automatically the system will prompt this ID, description, and scaling. Okay. Even hierarchy also you need to create. You need to create. Next, this is this one. User defined property. User defined property. User defined property. User defined property. What is the user defined property? What are the examples? User defined property, say for example you have created the product is the dimension, user defined dimension. Product is the user defined dimension. So once you created, you used the property called brand. Brand is the user defined property. For the user defined brand, type, the type, category, these are all which is not fall under the fall above the system generated property, those we call as a user defined property. We can create as per our requirement. These properties are okay. And next one is the hidden property. This is hidden property. What is the hidden properties? Where it is defined? Hidden property, we can say that one. Calci is the hidden property. Calci is the property is hidden property. Where do we define this one? Calci. The calci is not in BPC. It is defined in the somewhere where it is. So what is the calci? So what is this behavior? This behavior is it will control the members. It will control the dimension members. What it will control? We can say whether it is a calculated member or non-calculated member. It will decide calculated member or non-calculated member. Okay, whether it is a calculated member. What is the member? Dimension member. Member means dimension member. Okay, here non-calculated member. Who will decide the calculated member and non-calculated member? What is the calculated member? What is non-calculated member? Okay, we are saying the something else calculated. What is that? Calculated and non-calculated. So for this calculated member means, say for example, sure, first of all let me show you the calculated property where it is exactly located. So who will decide this one? So once this is interlinked between this data, the project I have defined the dimension members: Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Maharashtra. There is no hierarchy till now. I have not defined hierarchy. So to look at the calculated property, the property hidden property, I need to log in into the BW system. Already logged in. Go to the transaction code. RSA1 is the transaction code. So here, what is the dimension I have created in the BPC? Now, what is the user defined dimension I have created? What is the name of that? Project I have created in the BPC, right? So if you click the right click, go to the display data, field for output selection, select all, execute, 2 times execute. It will get the what it is getting here. You are finding here calci. Calci is the property. In BW we call it is called attributes. Project is attribute, calci is the attribute. So what it is defined here? 100, 200, 300, 400 is my members. Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, and this one Maharashtra. So whether I was decided who has given the n against the calculated property, this is the calci property, hidden property. This is we call hidden property, calci property. Whether I was keep the n, did I mention the n? No, right? System itself it is decided, it is a n. N means non calculated member. N means non calculated member. So what is the non calculated member and calculated member? What is that exactly? So let me go into that. I am having the many. Let me close all these things. So, stop. This one. Go to the new slide. Yeah, new slide. Say for example, I have created the input schedule. I have created the input schedule. Against the input schedule, what I was there. So I am just taking these three. So Andhra Pradesh. What is this? This is an account. Product is the dimension, right? Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. I have the members like Karnataka and what is that? Next, Karnataka, Telangana. Telangana. There are the three members under the one dimension. One parent member. Insert above the row. So I want to keep here the what I want to keep. I want to keep the hierarchy here. What is the hierarchy? South. South is the hierarchy. Under the south, I am having these many members. I am giving the values 100, 200, and 300. So what is this? This is a non-calculated member, right? So I want to bring in one more column to the right. Insert right column. Okay. So I got this is in a calci property. Calci property. So it is defined as a n n, right? So what is calculated member means? So what is the roll up here? Non-calculated members. You have to remember one thing here. We always input the data. What is input the data? We are giving the values here. Input the data on base level members only. This level we call as the base level members. Base level members, non-calculated members, base level members are same. Okay, the terminology is same. This one we call as the base level members. So the base level members we can input the data in BPC, whether you are loading the data, whether we are giving the journals, we are giving any manual entry, whatever it may be, whatever the way you are entering the data, that should be entered in the base level members only. Okay, we cannot enter the data at the parent level. What is the parent level here? This is the parent level. This level south is the parent level. So this level is base level. So here the what is the total? The total we are getting the how much the total I am getting 600 the total I am getting, right? So automatically the date the cost the this 100 200 and 300 roll up and it will give the value total value against the south. This one we call as the calculated member. So this one we call as a calculated member. The system once I define the hierarchy in the BW, the calculated property will show like this. Now it will turn as a 600 also. Now it is showing the n means non-calculated member. Once I define the hierarchy, it will be turned into the y. So what is this? Y means parent member, means it is a calculated member. Calculated member means calculating the base level member values and posting against this parent level member. So if you understand this, we'll go to the system. Okay, so here you see here the what is the 400 I am giving 100, 200, 300 and 400. uh, hmm, let us 400. If I was giving, I want to make an hierarchy, right? So I add the 500. See the behavior of the 500 now. I am giving the south member here. Save data. Let me go back. Project. Why it is giving the double time? Mm, it should not get like this. Maybe what happened to this internet? CXXY OpenSQL DB was raised but not handled locally in the class. Okay, we'll do one thing. Something happened to this. Delete this one. Go to the new B underscore what we call product. I can say as a product project user defined create hierarchy. I'm keeping h1 save data back B underscore project. We'll try to copy. Okay, so now I am giving additionally 500. What is that? South. Save and process. It is saved, right? So let us check in the BW system. B underscore product, right? Let us refresh this one. uh, BPC class. Where is the product? B underscore product, project or product. We can find out here also. the object p underscore. So this is the b underscore project, right? Given right click here, display data, field for output selection, select all, execute. So we got the, here see the 500 also, it is n means non calculated member. If I define the hierarchy here, it will going to turn the y. Let us give a hierarchy here. Hierarchy 500, again it's the 500 hierarchy. Karnataka, I am giving the ID 500. Telangana 500. 500 is the south. So save and process. Now so we'll get the hierarchy here. Click on this. Now if you click on the 500, we are getting the under the south Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana. Okay. So if you go back here, display data, field for output selection, select all, execute. See here, y has been turned into the this 500 hierarchy which I was maintained, that is turned into the y. So we cannot post the data on against of this member. We can only the post the data on against of these members. I did not said anything. System itself it is behaving calculated member property, right? So that is the hierarchy. How to define the hierarchy and all we can define like this. We can bring this Maharashtra under the west also. Go to the dimension b underscore project, right? This one. Keep the list here. List. So if you want to define the project, use the define dimension. Go here and add the property like brand. Okay, brand is the property. We can give the length 4 members up to 4 characters. We can yellow here. Save this one. Save this one. Okay. So we have defined the hierarchy here. We can define the hierarchy. South 2 times it has came. Doubling effect is happening in the system. So let me delete this. Anybody who can run this to stop this one. What is this CXSY OpenSQL DB? Okay, let me see there. Let me check this error. Once I finish this class, I will just check this one error. Okay, so this is the how we define the hierarchy in the VPC system. So do you have any doubts in this hierarchy? If you do not have any doubts, let us go and connect to the models. So how many models are there? BPC session, right? Ours. Let me connect this one. So I am changing the environment. BPC session. We follow the BPC session. Okay. So here in the account dimension, the data we can enter. How many ways we can enter the data? We can enter the data in the 2 ways. We can load the data from the data manager package. There is a package EPM office. From here we can load the data. So how to load the data, this master data, we will discuss when we cover the models. Once we cover the model, we go to the data manager concept. We can manually input the data by adding here, and also copy paste. We can copy from the Excel sheet, we can paste from here, and also we can export the data, this export CSV file to your desktop. If you need to change any changes, if you want to have a changes, you can go here, open this one, make a changes at your desktop, and you can bring back to the Dimension. These are the dimension master data. If you want to change any changes, you can make the changes and you can copy and paste there in the against the account dimension, right? So this is the file. Close. Okay, go back. So these are the standard dimensions. We can create the dimensions here itself. uh, these are the we can utilize these dimensions and we will create the models. We'll create the models. So go to the models. What does the model contains? Model contains transactional data, right? Transactional data. Models are of the two types. One is the reporting model, another is the non-reporting model. What is the reporting model? Finance model. Say for example, test underscore finance, test underscore finance. If you click the next, it is giving the here. You see, observe here. We are having the model types. Are the two types are the model types. One is the reporting, another is the non-reporting. We call as the drivers and the rates. So standard financial and consolidation. We'll come to here this slide. Here I am having the finance model, standard model. Call as the standard model we have, right? And we have one more type of the model, standard finance. I think finance. This is another model, finance model, and we have the another model we call consolidation. This is the consolidation. These are all we call as the reporting model. We call the reporting model. Reporting model. This is the non-reporting model. Uh, this is non-reporting model. So here we have the exchange rates model. We have, what is this? We have the exchange rate model. Exchange rate model and ownership model. And we have generic model, right? Generic model. Model types. These are the two types of the model types. We have reporting and non-reporting. So what is the reporting and what is non-reporting? So in the non-reporting, we are having the exchange rates model and generic model, ownership model. So exchange rate model, what we have, standard means here standard one. You can define for standard. To create a model, how many dimensions you need to require? How many dimensions here? To create any model, we require the 4 dimensions, right? We required 4 dimensions. It required mandatorily required 4 dimensions. Account, category, entity, time. These are the 4 dimensions are required to create the model. So here, what I am telling is non-reporting model will help to the reporting model by way of providing the master data. So what is the data it will going to provide? So exchange rates. Exchange rates means exchange rates model. So what is the exchange rate model? In exchange rate model, we'll define the rates. What is the rates we'll define? We'll define the average rate, end rate, historical rate, weighted average rate. This kind of the rates information we will be loaded. Average rate, end rate, ist rate. This kind of rates information available in the rates model. So why do we require the rates here? Exchange rates. From where we are getting these exchange rates? These exchange rates we are getting from the ECC. From ECC to the BW, BW to the BPC, we will get the exchange rates. So we'll maintain the rates in this model exchange. To for what purpose we are maintaining the rates here? To calculate the currency translation. To calculate the currency translation, we are maintaining the exchange rate model. Currency trans. To perform the currency trans. So to perform the currency trans, we'll maintain the exchange rates model. We'll connect this model to the finance model. We'll connect this model to the finance model. Why do we need to connect the finance model? In the finance model, we'll perform the currency translation. We will perform the currency translation. This is a better one. Okay. To perform the currency translation, we need to connect the exchange rate model to the finance model. So, and coming to the ownership model, what we have in the ownership model? We have in the ownership model ownership percentages. So what is the holding company percentage? What is the subsidiary company percentage? What percentage of the control will have the subsidiary companies? What percentage of the control will have the holding companies? So whether I need to perform the what method we need to follow, the purchase method or equity method, or what is that, proportional method. So what method I need to do the consolidation? So what rate I need to use? Ownership rate. Will maintain the ownership rates in the ownership model. So what is the use for this? Why we are maintaining the ownership rates here? To do the consolidation. To perform the consolidation, I require the ownership rates. That is the reason I need to maintain these rates, ownership rates in the ownership model, exchange rates in the exchange rates model. So to perform the currency translation, I require the finance model, and to perform the consolidation, I require the consolidation model. So these are all the models. Standard we can use for any purpose. Generic if you want to maintain any quantities, the volume, the cages, and the volume of the product. That kind of generic is very rare we use in the real time generic model, and the standard also very rare. Okay, finance mostly we use the finance model and consolidation. Consolidation purpose we use the only consolidation. Finance model for the planning purpose. Okay, for the planning purpose we use the finance model. Finance model will be in the periodic based model. Consolidation are the YTD based model. YTD, periodic and YTD. So what is the difference between the periodic and YTD? So we'll discuss that one. I will discuss. So once we create one model in the system, we'll come back. Let me cancel this. So where do you find the system in the model? In the administration. In the administration, go to the model. Go to the model. In the model, we have that. Go to the new. Click on the new button. New item. Give the ID of the model, like OPEX model. OPEX already is there. Okay. OPEX model. Giving the name of the OPEX. So it is asking me there are the 6 steps are required to create a model. It is asking me to take any blank model or any existing model. Do you want to take a reference? So these are all the models are created. Whether you need to take a reference to create the model. I am saying that I am not. Okay, let me create a blank model. Take a blank model. Click on the next. Click on the finance model. here the reporting type finance. So once I click on here, what it is going to change here, the data entry mode. Data entry mode, the type of the exchange rates model. So if you click on the consolidation model, it is giving the additionally ownership model. We need to require to select here what is our ownership model and what is the rate model. So where do we define the ownership and rates? Here we define, this is the exchange rates, ownership model and generic model. So whatever we have created this one, we will assign here. Go to the finance model. Okay, finance model exchange rates. We need to pick the model exchange rate model here. Click the next button. So it is giving the dimensions it is giving here. So here it is giving in the red mark, you must select one dimension with the following types: ACTE, ACER, T. Additionally, one currency it is asking. So normally if you go back here standard, it will ask the only four types of the dimensions it will ask: ACTE, ACET means account category, entity and time. It is not asking the currency. Based upon your model, the dimensions will change. If you select the finance model, it is going to ask you the finance model. Click here and just assign the whatever it is asking: account category, entity, time. Where is this account? So account category, if you select category, entity, currency, it is asking the currency. Where is this currency? We always to take the input currency or reporting currency. We have to take the RPT currency, reporting currency, and the time. Where is the time? This is the time. See, one by one it is accepted, and there is no mandatory required dimensions to select here. So if you put in a checkbox here, it has some another concept is there in security. When we go and when we are discussing about the security part, here the security part, I will explain you the use of this security checkbox. Okay, click next create. So what it is doing, it is creating the model in the BPC, and the backend BW, what it is going to create, it is going to create the info cube, right? It is going to create, it is already created the info cube. OPEX is the model. If you click on this, see here, what are the dimensions we used here, assigned, the dimensions are displaying, description, the type of the model, the type of the finance, the type of the model is the periodic model, and the exchange rates we have link up this one exchange rates model. And here the features used with this model, whether this model is not been activated for work status, data audit, journal templates. Okay, comments has been enabled. These are all the parameters for the model. These are the parameters. Once it is done, we can check in the BW system whether it is created the model or not. So we can go and check here. OPEX model, right? Refresh. Where is the refresh here? Can we refresh from here? Somewhere that button will be there. Okay. Here the refresh is there. Refresh the. Okay, I refreshed. Info area BPC class, right? You can find out here. What is that object? OPEX. This is the OPEX model. PPC session under this OPEX is created. Does it have any data? Let us click on the manage. There was no requests are there. So that means there is no data. Even you can go and check at the data level. Click on this, right click, display data. Okay. if you need to check this transactional data, you have to the way you have to go like this. You have to select execute, enter this one, field for output selection, select all, execute, execute. There is no data. See, there is no transactional data, right? So this is the model creation model we have created, right? So in this model, what I'll do, we can connect this model to EPM office. EPM office we can connect. So how do we connect this model? Let us go open the spreadsheet here, Excel sheet. Let me close all this. So now as of now, you know able to how to create the environment, how to create the dimension, how to create the model, and how to log into the EPM office. Once, so these are the steps required to perform the task in the BPC. So if I want to connect to the new model, there is no OPEX model here itself. So I want to go and create the model connection. So how do you create the model connection? Here you have anything, the link. Just a minute. I just want to plug in the charger. This is the model connection, EPM office connection URL. You can click here. No, it will not paste. So let me take any one of the connection name here, BPC class. Okay, edit BPC user 03 soft the red. So what is your BPC class? This is the BPC class is your environment, or BPC session. BPC session is our environment. BPC session or BPC class. BPC session, right? BPC session. We need to take the BPC session. So under the BPC session, we need to select the which model, OPEX model. Okay, OPEX model, generate the connection name. Click OK. Click OK. This is the BPC session. Connect this BPC user 03. So now we connected to the new model. We have connected to the new model. So this is the place we can play around. We can get the data from the system. We can get the data from the flat files, and we can get the data from the BW system. If you run these packages, the packages are not there here. We need to create the packages. Go to the organize here, organize package list. If you select the packages here, the packages are available here itself. So let me show you the packages here. I'll tell you how to. We'll discuss more about this, but I am showing the packages here. These are the standard packages are available to load the data. So we can clear, copy, we can export the data, we can import the transactional data, we can import the master data, hierarchical data. These are the different packages are available to do the different tasks. If you go here the script logic, see here these are the standard packages are available to perform the allocation logic, equity, currency translation, intercompany eliminations, legal consolidation, balance carry forward. So we can perform all this by selecting packages from here, EPM office add-on. Okay. Close. So tomorrow what we'll do means we'll create a flat file. We'll create the flat file. So I will bring the master data. I'll keep some information in this flat file like entity dimensions master data, entity dimensions master data, entity dimension master data, load from flat file to entity dimension in the BPC system. BPC system. So we'll perform this task in the model. So what I am saying exactly, so I will bring our own entity. Here the entity is there, right? We'll create one entity dimension, empty entity dimension like this. We'll create. So there is no data. We'll keep some empty here. Okay. We don't want to maintain anything here. We'll bring this dimension to the model. In this model, OPEX model. Okay. We will load OPEX model, that b underscore entity. We load the data, master data, through data manager packages. By selecting the package, by selecting the run package, you will get the master data. It will update it to the entity dimension. So that exercise we'll going to perform tomorrow. It has some steps to do. We'll follow the steps. Okay. So now if you have any doubts today class, you can ask me. So so now once I do that exercise, I'll ask you to do yourself by creating the environment. So how do we create the environment? We won't create, we'll copy, right? Create the dimension. Create the dimension. So any dimension, whether entity, currency, or any user defined any dimension, create, assign the dimension into the model. Once you assign that the dimension into the model, so what do you do? Connect to the EPM Office add-in. So once you connect, upload the. So up to here you practice. Up to here you do practice. So we have some steps are there to follow to load the data. So once you complete these steps, it is easy for you to do the exercise what I am telling you tomorrow. That is easy to. Up to now you are not practiced, it is okay, but make sure to practice, otherwise it is very difficult to catch the points in the next classes. Okay. That's what. Do you have any doubts? If you are not having the doubts, so that we can stop the session here. Okay. Hope you fine, I think. Okay, Sham. Tomorrow is the same time, same link. Fine, thank you. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir Ramakrishna.
రామకృష్ణ గారు చెప్పండి.
ఇది కనెక్షన్ నెంబర్ ఇస్తా అన్నారు కదా సార్.
కనెక్షన్ నెంబర్
ప్రాక్టీస్
ప్రాక్టీస్ ఒక్క నిమిషం. మీకు కనెక్షన్ కి మురళీకృష్ణ అని ఒక అతను ఉంటాడు. మురళీకృష్ణ, అతని నెంబర్ ఇస్తాను. ఒక్క ఇక్కడ చాట్ బాక్స్ లో రాస్తాను 9246596750 9246596750. ఇతను కాల్ చేయండి.
ఓకే.
కాల్ చేసి నాకు చెప్పండి కిషోర్ అని చెప్తే నేను మాట్లాడి చెప్తాను, తక్కువకి ఇస్తాడేమో.
ఓకే. ఓకే. సార్ ఇది పీపీటీ ఇస్తారా ప్రాక్టీస్ కి నోట్స్?
పంపిస్తాను.
ఓకే.
ఇది పంపిస్తాను. మీకు రికార్డింగ్ చూసినట్టు ఉన్నాయి కదా?
వచ్చినాయి సార్.
రైట్ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే.